So now we are into the third heat of the 15th race with a fairly strong lineup as well.
9, 8, 7,
Some boats far away from the starting line still,
3, 2, 1.
but they're all clear. And there is a protest. So we have on the outer side number 200, and we have odd 90 Norway coming in the middle of the group here towards us. We have 514 Andrew Gibbs, Australia, number 8 Sweden, Magnus Timmerdal, 127 Sweden, and number 24 Sweden, Mats Claesson. So they seem to have a very good direction up to the windward mark, all of them. The question is whether it was useful to go far out. We will see. Some boats clearly are very, very far out in comparison to the leading group here. So let's already now zoom in the direction of the windward mark, which is up here, to see who will appear first on that screen. So 201. So now we see a little bit better, closer to the action at the windward mark.
Acknowledged, penalty acknowledged, 514.
So we see that Bengt Olsberg has a good position, and so does number 8 Magnus Timmerdal, number 120 200 Nyqvist, Sweden, 141 Sweden, Mats Hagman, and we have Odd from Norway, number 90, probably leading the pack but he might have to tack once more. Yes, he will have to tack. So there will be one or two of the others who will go first, and it seems to be Magnus Timmerdal who passes first through the windward mark, followed by Stray from Norway, Odd, followed by 750, 29 Sweden, Lars Karlsson, 200 Sweden, Nyqvist, 120 Mats Hagman, 141 201, 159 that's Bengt Olsberg, 24 Mats Claesson, and so forth. And I'll turn around and I will go down towards the downwind mark, where Magnus Timmerdal seems to be leading the pack. We'll zoom in a little bit on the situation at the downwind mark. So you see that both Magnus Timmerdal and the second there, they all go to the outer side so far. So the whole group, with a few exceptions on the inner side here, go all the way up and tack as Timmerdal now has done to the inner side, not to take too much risk. One to seven, Ola Appelqvist there, tacking. We have 59, Bo Lindsjö coming from the inside, as does 514 from Andrew Gibbs. We have Magnus Timmerdal on his way in. And have to see who is the second after him. It's Odd from Norway. But Magnus has consolidated a considerable lead so far. And we will soon zoom in on the windward mark to see where boats come. But you see a whole group of boats out there who are hoping to benefit from going on the outer track. Some even tacking further out. So Odd has chosen a mid position, going in the middle of the field.
You're clear, keep going.
Clear.
Number 8 is approaching the windward mark with a considerable lead. We have number 29, Lars Karlsson, who lives close to Nynäshamn, fairly close to us here, in a good position as well. 514, Andrew Gibbs, 750, 127. So Magnus is already up at the windward mark, and we'll zoom in on him and the boats passing there. So it's going to be Odd passing first, I think.
Buoy contact, 90.
90 had the buoy contact, so Odd will have to make a 360. And he's followed 159, comes fairly quickly. That's Bengt Oldsberg, but there is a long distance to the leading boat, Magnus Timmerdal, who need to zoom out here to see several boats at the same time, which is not easy when Magnus has such a formidable lead. There was some trouble after him, so that's the reason why he got away. So it's such a considerable distance from the next approaching boats. 159, Bengt Oldsberg, and 90, Odd Stray from Norway, followed by 120, Nyqvist 200, Sweden, 514, Australian Andrew Gibbs, 127, Ola Appelqvist, 141, Mats Hagman. So
hade jag ju tagit upp där som trea.
So it was and it seems that Lars Karlsson lost some, there was some problem there that made lose his very favorable position earlier in the race, unfortunately for him. So now again we are approaching the finishing line, and without any doubt one would probably say at this point it's going to be Magnus Timmerdahl taking the number one position in this race. Which of course will further consolidate his position in the group partitioning into the 4 groups, which is going to take place in less than an hour from now. It's about 45 minutes at the maximum.
Starboard 137.
Jag kommenterar förgräset.
Seaweed. Oh, so I'm told that there is a problem of seaweed. So there are unhappy sailors who were in a very good position and suddenly found themselves stopped in their approach to the finish. Bengt Olsberg, one such person, as he just told me here. So now we have Magnus Timmerdahl is number 1 in this race, and it looks as if Odd from Norway, number 90, is going to come very close together with number 120 to the finishing line. Slightly ahead Odd as it looks, and it's our Finnish friend Rami, who has number 120 and who makes a good race for the next position, but coming just one boat length or two after Odd from Norway.
Starboard 127.
It's what we call Nordic cooperation. 200 Sweden
514.
is going to have to tack once more, and so also Andrew Gibbs from Australia, and 159 Bengt Olsberg, who manages to go all the way despite weed, and Mats Hagman 141, 127 Ola Appelqvist 750, 128, and then 29 Lasse Karlsson, and then Mats Karlsson number 24, etc. That's it for this race.